Since the invention of e-ink panels, they were mainly used in ebook readers or other products that don't really need to change the image so often, like for example on this clock that also has a built-in thermometer. The main disadvantage of e-ink screen was black and white and slow refresh rate, but this is now changing because in front of me we have the Boox Note Air 3C, and you can already see we have blue color here, and we can have almost any color on this tablet because it's using e-ink color technology. As you can see, this still looks exactly like paper, has very good viewing angles, and power consumption is very low. Although this device is not made for gaming, it's more made for note-taking and for reading comics, because you have now color. Still, I want to try in this clip to test a few games, and I selected a few games that I think will work very nice with this kind of device, and we can also try some faster paced games that for sure will highlight the limits of current e-ink color technology. The first game I want to try out is Tetris, and specifically Tetris in this monochrome layout, and this is because you will not be affected by the shadowing of the e-ink screen, because like on the old devices that I played in the day, you were always able to see the grid behind more or less, and because of e-ink leaving a shadow on the screen during the refresh of the screen, you can, for example, see here in the middle, but this is not disturbing at all because this was also exactly the genuine experience on that device. So you can see this is very responsive. Even if we go faster, this works very good. So I would say that this game is definitely playable. For sure, I'm not really focusing on the game because I'm filming at the same time, but I think this experience is really nice, so I don't have any complaints for this kind of game. Also, the blue on the screen looks really nice, so you can really appreciate how good the color e-ink screen looks like. Another game that should work really well is chess. For example, here I will be playing against the computer, so you can see that this should work really well. Yes, there is a bit of shadowing, and we can do a full page refresh here to have these shadows gone, to have a clean board, and now we can simply play, and this will look good enough for you to be able to enjoy a few games. Candy Crush is the next game, and from what I have tested, this is also really playable. You can see here, even though we are not having all the full palette of colors on a color e-ink screen, you can clearly distinguish between the tiles here that you have to play with. So it really works well, and I don't see the shadowing affecting at all here. Maybe this is because of the background, but I think this is really playable. You can also evaluate for yourself. The refresh rate is really nice here. I was not expecting the refresh rate to be so high. And for example, you can see here in real time how a moving picture looks like, or a game where you have elements moving. You can see a bit the shadowing effect, but refresh rate is really nice. I think we are really getting close to the refresh rate of a regular display. What I think is really nice, you can play this out in the sun and it will look perfect, because if you want to do this on an iPad in the sun, it will not be so nice. But here you can read a book in the sun, and you can even play your game with perfect visible screen. Even the animations, I think, are looking great. Another game that you can play is Mahjong, and you can see here I'm also able to play this game without a problem. For sure, there are a lot of games in this category that you can try out, and maybe one will look better than the other, or you can play a bit with the color themes in order to find some proper colors. And you can always do some settings if you're not happy. For example, I have high contrast on now. Maybe we don't need high contrast. You can see how much difference it can make just changing a setting here. And also you can do fast, or you can do HD. This will improve here everything, and normally I'm doing a full refresh after I had an open menu, so that I'm cleaning the board. And let's find another match here and here. And yes, the animation is now a bit laggy because I'm on this HD. But let's see, let's go on balanced and let's do a full refresh. Let's see how this will look like. Again, I found here 2 pieces, and you can see here a bit of the shadowing effect. So yeah, you can play around and select what you think it's looking best for you. Next, we have a regular game. This is Farming Simulator, and I would not expect this game to perform very well because this is a full motion game where you need a good refresh rate. But let's see how this works. So you can see how it looks like when I swipe the screen. And to be honest, I'm impressed because I don't see shadowing here. We are now again on ultra fast refresh rate. Even if this is not as bad as I expected, I would still prefer to play this kind of game on a special device made for gaming. But I'm really impressed of what the technology can do, because you can see here, you can actually understand what's happening. In general, I think that most of the board games will play just fine, and we play here okay, for example. And let's see what we can do here. So I can take this one and this one, and I have a pair here, and this one maybe I can give away, and you can see it's really playable, and you can even understand each color here. So yeah, I think this looks good. Let's see what we can get here. So yes, it's interesting. You can really play like this. So here is the YouTube video. As you can see, it's not really worth in my opinion, but if you really need to see a clip on this device, it can actually do it. This is how the screen looks like without any front light, and I did some testing. I wanted to see how much battery life I can get. You can see here with half of battery I got almost 38 hours of screen on time. I was using the Notes app during my workday. So let's see quickly how the notes are looking. Even if the image is a bit darker compared to the regular black and white e-ink screen, I think this is really looking nice without any front light. So if you want to use this device primarily for taking notes, I think in this way, if you are in a good lit environment, you don't need the front light, you can get a lot of battery life. You can even turn off Wi-Fi and you will get over 60 hours with this device for note taking. Just to make sure that you understood properly, 60 hours of active note taking. If you don't use it for a few days, you can let the tablet go into the deep sleep and you will not lose any percentage on the battery, and you can just wake it up when you need to take notes. I will reply to all of your comments, so feel free to let me know what do you think about this device, and are you happy that finally we have affordable color ink technology on the market. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time, have a good one.